What is going on, everybody? It's the France, and we're here for our AEW on TNT review for December the 8th, 2021. We are 1 week away from Winter is Coming. I am not going to do no Wyndham joke like other idiots out there in the company and the IWC, because we don't know what's going to happen next week. We don't know if Wyndham's coming anytime between now and then. For all we know, we don't see him if he even comes in AEW till Revolution. For all I know, Wyndham's out making a movie in Hollywood right now. Doesn't have any time. But anyway, tonight was from the UBS Arena, where Monday Night Raw was just last week. And as we all know, Monday Night Raw got killed in the ticket sales. I mean, Monday Night Raw had about 5,000 tickets sold, and AEW had about 9,000 tickets sold. Now, of course, AEW was set up for 11,000 tickets by the time the show started, and Monday Night Raw was set up for 7,000 tickets. So, I mean, you can't really compare fully, but still, it's funny because Vince McMahon and the higher ups have it in their head that the only reason that the tickets were sold for this event was because Tony Khan was spending money to go and do that, to spend all his money to buy all these tickets up. Now, that makes no fucking sense, and if he was going to do that, why wouldn't he just buy all the tickets? Why would they leave a few tickets, like a couple thousand tickets still available? Why would he not just go and buy every single ticket and hand them out to friends and families and whatnot? Stupid shit right there. Anyway. Tonight was the homecoming of one MJF. His feud with CM Punk does continue, with CM Punk cutting a damn good promo. But also tonight was the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal for the ring. The final two go on to wrestle at Winter is Coming next week, with the winner getting to hold the Diamond Ring. Now, After the first year, I think they did this Battle Royal thing completely wrong. What they should have been doing is the fact that MJF is the current holder of the ring last year and this year. Why did they not just have a normal Battle Royal, 12 guys, and the winner of the Battle Royal goes on to Winter is Coming to face MJF? It would just be into his heel character, the fact that he didn't have to go through the Battle Royal. He was the Diamond Ring holder, so he just has to sit back and wait for them to come to him. So we start the show off, and immediately we get MJF's music, and it wasn't a full cheers. It was about half and half, but it's not MJF. It's CM Punk. This also gets a mixed reaction. He comes to the ring, asks Lyon, "Is that all you got? Because Chicago is much louder." He asks the crowd if MJF is their guy, which gets a mixed response. He takes his jacket off, and he's wearing the AEW 4-pillar t-shirts, where it's Sammy, Darby, Jungle Boy, but instead of MJF, it's the women's champion, the Faker. Which, of course, gets some boos, because the 4-pillar shirt actually does have MJF on it. Says he's not mad at the fans, he just feels like a little bit sorry for them. He says next week he has his eyes on the upcoming AEW World Championship match he wants next. He believes MJF wants next as well, so he thinks they have to settle it first. He trash talks the Islanders and really playing up as being a heel. CM Punk says that Larry has more balls than MJF, and he's neutered. He claims if MJF is their guy, then they're all chicken shit. I loved this. CM Punk knows when to play heel. It goes back to Eddie Kingston and him at the pay-per-view Full Gear, where CM Punk definitely was not going to be over-cheered more than Eddie Kingston, and he was like, you know what? They want to cheer Eddie. I'm going to play the babyface. We're in Long Island tonight. We're in MJF's hometown. I might as well just go out there and just take it to Long Island and try and help MJF get as much cheers as he can when he comes out here in a bit. So this was awesome. CM Punk is just great on the mic. He can flip a switch. Bryan Danielson can flip a switch and go from babyface to heel like that. I think Eddie Kingston can do the same thing. Moxley probably too. MJF eventually could do that as well, but he's just so good as a heel. And wow, I didn't think he'd go as deep as he did. But CM Punk, a master of the mic, knows when to be a heel, knows when to be a babyface, and this was just great. Then we see this car driving up when we come back from commercial break, and it's MJF. This voiceover is trash talk people who are not from Long Island and his accomplishments from the time in high school to now being way obnoxious. He comes out wearing his Plainview Letterman jacket, or a Letterman jacket he had made up from Plainview, Long Island. Gets a thunderous reaction. He gets on his knees. He's showing real emotion. Like, these are my people. These are my people, and I'm gonna get the babyface reaction. Mocks CM Punk's entrance. The rest of the competitors hit the ring as MJF is almost eliminated immediately, but Wardlow makes the save. He's almost eliminated again by but Shawn Spears makes the save, carrying him around like a good boy. Leo Moriarty gets eliminated. Matt Sydal gets eliminated. Matt Hardy is given some brass knuckles. He nails Jay Lethal straight in the face, and he gets eliminated. While Hardy brags, Dante Martin, who is wearing some slick new black and orange gear, comes from behind and eliminates him. Leo Rushton stares down Martin, but Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs takes both of them out. And we got ourselves a hoss fight. A hoss stare down. They do some dick measuring contests, like who can knock the other one over. Eventually, Hobbs gets knocked into the ropes by Wardlow. Rush and Ricky and someone else eliminates him. So Hobbs is gone. Ricky Starks is then also eliminated by Leo Rush as he clings on. No, that's not right. Ricky Starks is there till the end. What the fuck is like that? He's almost eliminated. That's right. As he clings on to survive. Martin and Frankie Kazarian. Then they go back and forth, bouncing off the ropes until they hit the double crossbody. Rush continues to try and eliminate Starks while MJF manages to run through the bottom ropes and survive. He even gets a cheap shot on Dante Martin, and the crowd goes wild. He gets up on the ropes like, yeah, I'm a badass, yeah. Just everything. Rush then avoids Wardlow and attacks MJF. Well, the big man eventually solves the problem. Various babyfaces then attack him. Rush and Lee Johnson almost getting him out. However, MJF then goes over and eliminates all three. Gets off the turnbuckle and cheers again because, he's the hometown babyface. Nobody wants to see him get eliminated. But he ended up taking Wardlow out. And he realized, too late, oh shit, I eliminated my bodyguard. So it comes down to, Kazarian was there too. He sprints to go attack MJF, but MJF just ducks underneath and throws him over. The final three are MJF, Dante Martin, and Ricky Starks. You have two Team Taz members and MJF. And Taz is like, oh yeah, man, it's going to be Team Taz versus Team Taz. Maybe Dante Martin hits MJF, and then Ricky Starks can hit the Rochambeau. And as soon as Taz said that, Dante Martin grabs Ricky Starks, tosses him out, and he has an FTW armband on and just rips that thing off. And Taz and MJF and Dante Martin are your winners. After the match, MJF shakes his hand, raises it, and just pats him on the shoulder and says, "Good job, kid." Heads to the back. Now, Starks then comes in and starts beating up on Dante Martin. MJF's like, Should I? He starts to walk away. He eventually runs down to the ring, stares down with Ricky Starks. They shove for a little bit, but then he goes over and starts beating up on Dante Martin with him. CM Punk hits the ring. MJF gets out of dodge. Martin hits Ricky Starks, stuns Ricky Starks, allowing CM Punk to hit the GTS. And that is that. So, Team Taz was swerved apparently already, but it's like, yeah. So, you had Dante. So, let me get this straight with the whole thing, Dante Martin. You had him sign up with Team Taz to just screw them out of the Battle Royal. I don't know. It just feels like they could have did something more to screw Team Taz over. This one just felt like it was out of nowhere. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. Random tag team, 8-man tag team match number 6,785. Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and the Varsity Blondes versus the Acclaimed in 2.0. I don't know why this match was not on Dark Elevation. This match just felt like it was out of place. And it's one of those things that, yes, I saw a lot of people complaining online tonight. Like, there was a bunch of tag team matches that didn't make any sense. This one didn't really make any sense why it was here. This honestly should have been on Dark or Dark Elevation, not on TV. This feels like they could have had something else here. Now, the match comes to an end as Jungle Boy goes to put Platinum Max in the snare trap. Daniel Garcia gets on the ropes, but Eddie Kingston runs down, pulls him down, and throws him into the steel steps. He walks away. Back to the ring, Caster misses a mic drop. Jungle Boy locks in the submission and makes him tap out. The Varsity Blondes and the Jurassic Express win. We see Eddie Kingston heading to the back. Cameraman goes with him. We see how... Hold on. He's yelling and saying something. We don't hear it because the volume is not set up. Ortiz is out back there trying to get him to calm down and be like something. We have no idea what they're saying. 2.0, Daniel Garcia come in to beat up these guys. Ortiz eventually gets in the back off as he covers Eddie Kingston. Now, I don't know where Santana was at this time. Santana and Ortiz did wrestle in the prelim matches for Dark Elevation. I don't know who won those matches. Obviously, it should be obvious who wins, but Santana Ortiz did wrestle tonight, so unless Santana got injured, it feels like he should have been there so we could set up for... Maybe it's Ortiz, Eddie Kingston, and Chris Jericho. I don't know. But, yeah. The feud between 2.0 and Garcia and Eddie Kingston is far from over. FTR and Tully Blanchard challenged the tag team champions to a championship match this coming Friday. They did defeat the Lucha Bros in AAA this past week or so. I think it was a week or so ago. So they're still the tag team champions. Lucha Bros won with the fluke, they say, because the wrong guy wasn't they pinned the wrong man. And that is what we're going to get this coming Friday. It has been made official. The Young Bucks versus Chuck Taylor and Rocky Romero. I saw some people saying this didn't make any sense why this match was here. The Young Bucks, the Super Clique, have been feuding with Orange Cassidy for the last 2 weeks. It's a feud that started not too long after Full Gear. People need to sit there and shut the fuck up and quit complaining. This was a fun match. The fact that Rocky Romero is here now, obviously the Young Bucks, they've had their downs right now. They lost at the pay-per-view. They've been injured. They just now got cleared. At least one of them did, so both of them are cleared to come back. This is the first match since Full Gear. Obviously, you know who needed to win this. And honestly, it's not the match that really matters. It's what happened after. Again, really fun match. The Young Bucks just wearing pink pants, black and pink, black with pink striped jacket, and it looks like they took their Jordans and sprayed painted them to match the tights. Just saying. But Rocky Romero this was a long match. I think this went through 2 commercial breaks. Cutler distracts the referee. Cole gets involved with the match, but Cole tries to get involved with the match. Orange Cassidy comes behind, starts giving him the feint kicks. His devastating kicks to the back of Cole's knees. He goes for the super kick. One of the Bucks super kicks him straight in the head, killing Orange Cassidy, who's not even in the match. Matt wants to let us spray Rocky, but he avoids it and suffers. Rocky then almost gets the victory, but Nick breaks it up. Romero then nearly catches him again with a pinfall attempt, but kicks out. Matt is able to turn things around as they hit the Meltzer driver for the 1, 2, 3, and the Young Bucks pick up the win. After the match, the Elite attack the babyfaces. Wheeler Yuta comes down to try and make the save. However, he eats a double super kick. Cole and them wipe out Cassidy, but with the Panama Sunrise. They go for the triple BTE trigger when the Best Friends music plays again. And they're like, wait a minute, there's no more Best Friends. What's going on here? Here comes Sue in her van. And I'm wondering when the Best Friends are coming out, it's like, where's Chris Statlander? She's usually out here with them. Even if Wheeler Yuta's not, she's usually out here with them. Well, in Sue's van is good old Trent. He comes out, and the very first move he hits is a fucking spear to Brandon Cutler. This dude has been out with a neck fusion that should have put him out a lot longer than he has been, by the way. He comes out, his hair's shaved, he looks jacked as shit. Like, my God, what the hell happened to this guy? He takes out the entire Super Click by himself, stands in the middle of the ring, everyone gets up, comes in for the nice big hug. We see Chris Statlander with Sue celebrating off to the side. She brings Sue to the ring. Everyone with the big group hug while Roppongi Vice plays on the PA system. So this is far from over. Trent being back, maybe we could get a Roppongi Vice versus Adam Cole and Bobby Fish tag team match, or if Kyle O'Reilly is coming in at Winter is Coming, which if I have my bets to place, if Kyle O'Reilly's free by then, I could expect Kyle O'Reilly at Winter is Coming before I expect Wyndham. Just saying. But if Kyle O'Reilly comes back, maybe we could get Roppongi Vice versus Red Dragon. How about that? That sounds like a damn good match coming up if that actually tends to happen. So Trent's back. The best friends are all good and everything. Rocky Romero sticking around, it seems like, here and there. Honestly, I would love to see a Roppongi Vice versus Red Dragon if it is to happen. Or, if not, Adam Cole and Bobby Fish. Which, yeah. Tony Khan was on the wrestling podcast with that guy who, like, interviews everybody from Barstool. And mentioned how when Adam Cole and Bobby Fish teamed up together a couple weeks ago for the first time, that was their first TV tag team match ever. There you go. Alex Monfez tries to talk with Subi Soho about Nyla Rose, but she's interrupted by the Bunny and Penelope Ford. Nyla has promised the title shots to both of them once she becomes TBS champion, which she won't. So they're going to have a 6-person tag match on Friday with Nyla Rose, the Bunny, and Penelope Ford against Ruby and her friends. Does she even have any friends? And they make a Ruby solo joke. She says, you know what? She takes a jacket and is like, we don't have to wait till Friday. Attacks the Bunny, but Penelope Ford grabs her and Nyla Rose comes in, punches her in the stomach. They start kicking her, including Vicky Guerrero. TJ come in, and AJ and Tana Conti, and make the save. So it's going to be them 6 at the pay-per-view. On Friday. Tony Schiavone tries to interview Sammy Guevara about the his open challenge when who's to come out but the most selfish, inconsiderate wrestler in AEW, Cody Rhodes, who says, from one good guy to the next, Tony Khan has made it official, and on Christmas, so obviously this must be on Friday, Christmas night, because Rampage will be on Christmas this year. It will not be on Christmas Eve because TNT does a 24-hour marathon of A Christmas Story. Why? I don't fucking know why that still happened. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, he would defend the title against Cody. He teases going down the heel tunnel, then turns around and goes the other way. I can't stand Cody. Fuck Cody. That's all I gotta say. Fuck Cody Rhodes. So Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky are up in the crowd. They say Page complains about how he has to jump through hoops to get a title shot. Then reveals Dan Lambert is coming back. Boo. Fuck that shit. I do not want that guy on my TV. He doesn't have proper heat. He has changed the channel heat. That's what Dan Lambert has. I could care less what Dan Lambert does. Stay the fuck off my television when it comes to this. Sky points out Sammy faces anyone except the people in the top 5, and Ethan Page points that Scorpio Sky is in the top 5. Why didn't Sammy just grab the mic and say, you know what, Winter is Coming is next week, I'll face you then. And then the winner could face Cody on Christmas night. But no, he just puts the title down and is like, come on, you won it, let's go. Jamie Hayter versus Riho. This is happening because Riho beat the champion 2 weeks ago on Rampage. Yeah, 2 weeks ago on Rampage. Because AEW put themselves in a corner with Battle of the Belts coming up, and all the top contenders for the Women's Championship is either in the TNT tournament or was beaten by the Women's Champion already, and you don't want to do rematches for that for no goddamn reason. The only rematch should be happening between the Women's Champion and anybody would be Thunder Rosa when Thunder Rosa finally yanks that title from her shitty hands. And cleans that title up and makes it prestigious again. Anyway, this was a fucking good match. Jamie Hayter, honestly, is going to be a women's champion in AEW one of these days. I could totally see when Thunder Rosa wins the championship, holds it till at least All Out or Full Gear next year. Jamie Hayter, if they build her up right, could be the one to take the title from Thunder Rosa. She is fucking great. And the fact that they have her side beside the women's champion is a detriment to Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter also needs to start taking care of herself, because there are multiple times in matches that she's not even involved with, or she's in a match or something, she takes a fucking spot and gets her head fucking smashed in. She is a crazy woman, but she is also somebody who needs to, if AEW builds her right, could be the not the next champion, because that's Thunder Rosa 100%. But she could be the one to eventually take the title off of Thunder Rosa down the line. Jamie Hayter should be somebody that they push to the fucking moon very, very soon. Get her away from the champion and get her on her own. She doesn't need the champion. Period. Riho is Riho. Actually, Riho was rocking new gear tonight. She's not wearing the pink. She was wearing blue in her normal white gear. White gear. Definitely a different look, which was awesome. Now, I was really hard on Riho when AEW really first started, because I didn't believe her as champion. She has definitely improved a lot since AEW started. Like, her being world champion, the first ever AEW Women's World Champion, it still doesn't sit with me right. Honestly, I think Hikaru Shida should have had that spot, just because Hikaru Shida was somebody who she had the longest world title reign. But yeah, I just felt like that would have been the role I would have went with. Anyway, Riho hit a awesome looking Code Red, which Jamie Hayter was able to help her get execute beautifully. Goes for the diving foot stop, nails it, but Hayter kicks out. The two women then head up to the top rope, but Riho fights her way down, however, and she hits a fucking crucifix bomb off of the top rope. That looked nasty. Hits the running knee. 1, 2, 3. Riho picks up the win. After the match, all the heels jump in the ring, leaving Riho laying. Nobody came to help Riho. Why? I don't know. Yeah. So we have our matches coming up on Friday, which is Adam Cole versus Wheeler Yuta. The tag team titles, FTR versus the Lucha Bros in a tag team title match, which will be a damn good match. It should be done taped by now. It's going to be taped very soon. That should be a hell of a match. And then Taz decides he's going to name his son. Hook will make his debut this coming Friday, going up against poor old Fuego del Sol. Poor Fuego. The dude is going to be destroyed by Hook. We will finally see what everybody's all hyped about Hook for. Also, we saw her take Conti and, Anna Jay takes on Nyla Rose, Penelope Ford, and the Bunny. That's what's going on there. Well, so yeah, 4 matches. I don't think Hook and Fuego shouldn't take very long. The women's tag team title, the women's tag match won't take very long either. Adam Cole versus Wheeler Yuta should be very interesting. I think Adam Cole will put on a hell of a match with Wheeler Yuta. And then the tag team title match should be a lot of fun too. And then we get into the main event, Bryan Danielson versus John Silver, who is also from Long Island. Main event, John Silver. Like, whenever John Silver excommunicates himself from the Dark Order, or they do something where they get him away from the Dark Order, John Silver is a star. John Silver is over like Rover. This dude is going to be somebody that I could totally see in the year 2023, 2024, winning the AEW World Championship and going all the way and being the face of the company for a good while. This guy is strong. If there is anybody outside of a CM Punk, there's anybody who can match Bryan Danielson strike for strike in that game, it's John Silver. The submission game, I think he could get in that too. But like, this dude kicked Bryan Danielson once in the gut, and Bryan Danielson went down like god damn, that was fucking crazy. In the end, of course, Bryan Danielson picks up the win, but he got the elbows in. He started elbowing John Silver in the head. Just elbow after elbow after elbow. But Bryan Danielson stops. He's like, no. We're not having the match stop that way. Gets him into a cravat neck, a neck hold. And the referee and John Silver was out. After he hit a Gotch style pile driver. So, Bryan Danielson beats John Silver. Gets the mic and says, names off all the guys from Evil Uno to Colt Cabana to Allen Five Angels, all getting their head kicked in. And then says, and John Silver. Crowd says, head kicked in. And he's like, oh, wait. I wouldn't be a man of my word if I didn't do what I said I would do. So he goes over, grabs John Silver's arms, and starts kicking his head in. Hangman Page finally runs down, makes the save. Bryan Danielson exits the ring, and Hangman grabs the mic and says, next week, I'm kicking the cowboy shit out of you. And that's how the show goes off the air. Now, one little problem with this. Did you not have last week have Tony Khan or the guys on commentary say Tony Khan said these two cannot touch until winter is coming, or the person who instigates it would be suspended. And yet Hangman came down, got a couple licks in, and then Bryan Danielson got the lead. So what in the hell, man? But overall, damn good show. Winter is coming. Honestly, next week we also have Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb in their rivalry. So much going on. I guess they're waiting till after winter is coming to finish up the TBS tournament, because still waiting on Thunder Rosa versus Jade Cargill, and of course Ruby Soho versus Nyla Rose. For those two matches to happen. And neither one of them are happening tonight, neither one of them are happening tomorrow on Friday, and neither one of them are happening next week. So I have no idea when those matches are going to happen. Overall, AEW, definitely a good show. Anybody who wants to say that was a bad episode of AEW because of XYZ is like, shut the fuck up. Seriously, shut the fuck up. You're just a WWE shill who wants to come on social media, whine and complain, and talk shit on something that is better than your fucking company that you want to sit there and shill about. Tonight, was it a perfect show? No. It's never going to be a perfect show. Nothing is ever we'll see what happens coming up next week. I don't know what we're going to see next week other than a damn good title match. Some dumbass host was like, oh, Adam Page needs to get away from the Dark Order because he feels like he's back before he went on maternity leave, and that wasn't a champion contender. Fuck off. Adam Page is the hardest fucking babyface in the company right now. And he is rightfully where he needs to be as AEW World Champion. I can't wait to see what happens next week. Him and Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson is going to make damn sure that Hangman Adam Page and him go out there and have one of the best damn matches you will ever see. So much good coming up for AEW. I can't wait to see when it's coming next week. Rampage should be a lot of fun. And I really can't say much else. All I know is Hangman wins next week. And that is that. That is your AEW on TNT review. Hit that subscribe button. Comment down below. Like or dislike this video. Find me on Minds of the France Club. Find me on twitch.tv/The France Club. And find me on Instagram at The France Club. And I will see you guys on Friday for SmackDown and Rampage. Until then, mine is France, and I'll see you guys later.